So, quick question here.
What?
Why did people, when this game was first announced, did they complain about Tails not being playable? Although he's in the main game, that wasn't really explained well when they announced it anyway, so partial blame goes to the developers. But why do people complain about Tails not being playable in this game, and yet today they have no qualms with that? Like, they have no problem with Tails not being playable? At least not as much. I think they need to...
Because people are very, very fucking fickle. That's why.
Oh my god!
Especially the Sonic fan base. Let's be honest. I know I spent the better part of this LP like ripping this one apart, but to be fair, people in the Sonic fan base are fickle motherfuckers.
I think this is the game that really showed that, to be honest.
Yeah. I had on my list of reasons why I don't like Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that in a bit, but first, introductions. Hello everybody, welcome back for Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2 with me, Hunter, and...
the guy who everyone hates, Dan.
Also, total cutting of the voice audio. And Rouge level.
Well,
This is Rouge.
This is Rouge, I'm a bat, yay.
Proceed to enter it now.
And I do not particularly like this stage.
I like how that thing's clipping onto her head, like clipping, like, you know, it's going through her model.
I wonder if we've done something like this before. It's almost like it's here before. In fact, it almost looks like a carbon copy of the level we did here before, but with Knuckles. And a stupid okay, you know what? I'm being negative, but I have to be honest, I really don't like this level. The music is okay.
But, like he said earlier, Rouge was like one of the things introduced to balance it out, the good and villain side thing.
After.
And because of that, a lot of her levels are repackaged Knuckles levels.
Yay. Yeah, she doesn't play. She's in the game for the day one, which I still don't understand why a fucking bat with tits. But nevertheless, yeah, basically most of her levels, except for 1 or 2, are basically Knuckles levels with minor alterations.
Packaged colored, and they might get rid of some assets, maybe add an asset or two, but it's pretty much the same level.
So yeah, a couple of changes though. As you can see, there was a robot flying around the level, and in order to avoid getting struck by it, either you gotta sneak around behind it or hide in the shadows. And those are what the hints in the Knuckles level meant by the machine's path. It meant that thing. So if you had no idea about this level, you wouldn't have no idea about where those emeralds are located in the Knuckles level.
Well, apparently, like, half the people that watch your stuff play Dark first, so...
either that or they're...
yes, they were okay.
Off, but you know what? I'm actually not that surprised because the Dark story explains more. At least in the start of it.
It does, and like we said before, they for some reason the controls on the Dark characters are better.
Maybe, like I said, I think that's just me, because I got so, like, frustrated with Sonic in Final Rush that I just, like, lost my mind.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
The
dark characters control slightly better.
Which is weird, because about 2/3 of them were added in before.
I guess with how Shadow's running animation works,
smoother.
They kind of they programmed how the running animation around Shadow, and I think maybe because of that, that's why Shadow feels so much slicker, because it goes with his animation, and it just feels off with Sonic, who's not running in like an ice skating rank for like stance.
Yeah.
So I think that might be why. For Tails, I'm just gonna blame it on the fact that Tails sucks in this game.
As
I said in one of my Sonic XL ROM hack videos, go away Tails, you ruin everything.
Yeah, even in Sonic 2, the game was first introduced, he just fucks that thing up. He
was fine in 3 because he stuck behind me like a good little boy while I got the damn spears.
To quote the people I am constantly tuning into, it's like, maybe IGN was right. Things started to go downhill after new characters were introduced. At the Sonic's fans for...
I don't think all the characters are bad. Like,
no,
Tails is
like,
fine.
It started to go...
I'm making jokes. We're making jokes. Like, honestly, I like Tails out of all honesty.
As a character, but as you know what? I'm gonna hand it ourselves, or below ourselves, or behind ourselves.
I'm just gonna go through the characters real quick for what I think of each one of them. Was it Knuckles is cool. Shadow was, believe it or not, you guys are gonna be surprised. He was actually good in this game, and he should have actually just stuck in this one, and that should have been it, because his character was done afterwards.
Yeah, self-contained. That's how they.
Silver wasn't bad because the game that he was in was a piece of shit.
You know, let's go. Shadow. It's not in the raws that we're watching, but I'm gonna put a picture, if I can find one, of Shadow in his development stage, where he was literally, I mean, literally a recolor of Sonic. Remember that? I was looking up.
No, I remember. I was old enough to see that. I'm old enough to have seen back in the day when they were showing like old stuff.
I wasn't, but yeah, no, but Shadow in his early stages was literally a recolor of Sonic. It's just.
Perfect.
Yep.
Me?
Now back on the characters. Cream sucks. Oh fucking.
Yeah, we gotta get him because I keep forget. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just keep forgetting. And he's just, yeah.
Well, I can forget that fat sack of shit.
And he's all the way up there. A place you can't even get up to. He's just hanging off a wallflower. He's literally a wallflower.
But, okay, was it, Blaze I like. Let's see, who am I'm still trying to think if I'm forgetting anybody.
Omega.
Omega? Omega is fucking hilarious. Exterminate, annihilate, kill. He's like Bender on crack. I love it.
Okay.
Play the Ocarina. Ocarina.
Yeah, we got the pignails. I didn't explain that, but we got the pignails in yeah. You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend like I remember that stage. But yeah, basically that. And you're probably wondering why we haven't cut our way back to the story. Well, guess what? We're gonna drown Rouge again.
Fuck. Oh wait. Oh, there was that raccoon girl. I'm forgetting her name though.
Marine.
From Rush 2. Marine. I liked her because she was so stupid.
She was so hick. Yeah.
It was funny.
Okay, before I'm not sure if this is like near the end of the part. We got a cutscene, but then it is.
Chip.
We get to drown Rouge. Quick question: Team Chaotix.
Fuck you.
I'm guessing you don't like them.
Find the computer room.
No, Vector here. Sorry.
Okay, that's
I'm starting to think I've got this bad feeling that there was a big cat appearance, but no, I doubt it. If there is, oops, I'll put it in at the end of this part, maybe. I don't know. It's just the doorway looks very big. The cat wanting. Also, she's going to the Ark now. If you didn't understand what she was doing there.
Oh, I couldn't tell. It's so hard to tell. The story is so complex.
You know what? It actually gives her an explanation as to why she's there, unlike Shadow.
Or Amy.
Or Amy in Prison Island. Yes, you got a point there. But well, that's for another part. The next part, to be precise.